company trains students to build CAN satellites. That's what the word CanSat means. So we train students, young students, to build CAN satellites, and by training them, our hope is to empower them, to encourage them, and get them to see science is practical. It's not just a theory. And by that, we hope for them to, one day probably build an actual real satellite. So
a CanSat, in the most simple terms, is like a small satellite shaped like a can. There's usually like levels of CanSats. There are CanSats that actually launched into space. There are actually other designs that are called CubeSats that are usually rectangular in shape. But normally for us, in our case, we're going to launch it using either a drone or even a hot air balloon. Satellites usually have missions. Like, let's say, for example, in the agricultural sector, you can have a mission to maybe, let's say, for example, measure how many times it rains, measure what's usually the weather patterns when it rains. And normally when they're measuring weather patterns, what they're measuring is the humidity or the overall temperature. But they use very, very expensive sensors. So let's say, for example, they can use infrared cameras so that they can have an outline of the entire map or the entire temperature of maybe a specific region. So what we're trying to do is we take that, scale it down, and then package it in a way that they can actually learn from the CanSats that we've created. We've created a CanSat and then organize events, and then they learn what exactly is that people do when they're launching satellites.
The CanSat does not land in space, but it's just on the low atmospheric region. So we're talking like 100 meters, 200 meters, just thereabout. Not too high, not too low. So that's where we launch. And the main point of it is you want to go high enough that you can get varying data, but you also want to, land smoothly with your parachute. CanSat was born amidst despair and worry, as we were 3 of us, actually then 4, at the University of Nairobi, and then we're there doing astrophysics and space science, and we're asking ourselves, where will we get jobs? And it's a question our parents usually ask us all the time. And so that question always lingered in our minds: where will we get work? It's something we kept asking ourselves until one day one of us, Billy, came up with an idea, and he told us, there's a CanSat thing in Europe and in America, and they're training young students to make CAN satellites and put them on rockets and launch them. They're even making apps. And we're like, wow, we can't even do that ourselves. And then the question was, what if we do that here? We searched. CanSat wasn't in in Africa then. A bit after that, came CanSat Ghana, and we saw we can actually start CanSat Kenya, and borrow a bit from that, do it in the Kenyan way, and inspire our own. CanSat Kenya offers 4 products. So the first is the CanSat training, where we go to schools, institutions, learning institutions, primary schools, secondary schools, and we, over a long period of time, it depends, but our main focus is to train the students, to get them to know how to assemble the CanSat, how to code the CanSat, how to launch the CanSat. So that's the CanSat training. Secondly, we offer the annual CanSat competition. That's part of our product. And so this is a 3-day event where we teach the students, and they do it themselves. We teach them to assemble, to design, and to launch it. So they do it themselves. It's hands-on, and they get to apply their creativity and insights. And then it finds its climax in a launch. So a drone takes up the CanSats, each team's CanSats, and then they get the data, but then they get to present what they did and to present their CanSat on a panel of judges. So the judges decide who won based on aesthetics, based on the data recovered, based on did the parachute work, based on the analysis. So the third product we offer is the e-learning platform. So this is to enable those who can't be able to be part of the CanSat trainings and can't maybe physically be there in these 3-day events, for them to have a platform where they're able to build CanSats, get to be taught. So the interactive videos and sessions, there's a streak thing to encourage them. And on the platform we also have products. So to build a CanSat, you need components, you need sensors, you need batteries, you need all that. And so we offer via the platform a chance for them, or we enable them to buy the product so that they can be able to design and build their CanSats. The fourth product we're offering is the X Factor project. So, what about those who can't access our trainings, and those who also can't access the e-learning platform? We're talking about people in remote regions, and so the X Factor project is a sponsored project. So companies are able to sponsor the project, sponsor us, so we can be able to reach these remote students and young people, so that we can offer the CanSat training to them and even the launch competition. Our biggest win was, so they're closely related, but I'll start with the one that would, seem less. So we went to our first school. So we had initially gone to our first school, which was JQuat, but we narrowed down on, we want to focus on secondary schools and primary schools. So we got an opportunity to go to a certain school along Mombasa Road, SNP Mavoko. So we went there. We didn't know what to expect. This was our first time ever. It was a 1-day thing, just a few hours a session, just to portray to these kids and to train them. So we go, we're nervous, we don't know what to expect. We don't know the students as well. Will they be too young? Will they be too old? And all that. So we go in and we tell them about CanSat, and they're buzzing, they're excited. And I think that gave us a lot of confidence and answered the question, will this be profitable? Will this be liked? Showing and showcasing our product to students answered that question. So much so, students were like, they're calling and they're like, is there another program? How do I get, to continue with this thing? And so that really encouraged us. And so we posted that on LinkedIn, and that eventually now helped us to win the NextGen Space challenge, where we got exposure and we got finances because we won the prize. And that also gave us another boost in that not only do students like it, but others are seeing that this is something with great potential. And I think the Kenyan space sector is, it's small, but it's growing. And I think CanSat fits precisely and perfect for the space sector, especially where it is now, because we're working from the ground up. We're doing the dirty job, if you will say, of empowering, of innovating, or producing people who are innovative to actually build our satellites, build our rockets, man these stations and all. So I think we are indeed setting up people to launch their ideas, to touch the sky, as we say, and yeah, just watch out for us.